What's up, shooters? So today we are going to be going over my top 5 full-size pistols. I've shot a decent amount of pistols, thankfully, because the range I go to and am a member at, they have rent guns for pretty much free. You have to buy ammo from there, but you also get a discount on the ammo being a member, so it still ends up being pretty cheap, and you can shoot a lot of guns for relatively cheap. I'm buying ammo pretty much every time I go in there anyway, so typically it doesn't matter. We stuck with 9mm because that's my preferred round to shoot. I know there's going to be 45 guys in the comments, whatever. It is what it is. 9mm is my preferred round to shoot. It's the most comfortable round for me to shoot, so that's what I shoot. First thing I wanted to kind of talk about in the top 5, well, it's not in the top 5, but is the Springfield Prodigy. I do like the gun. It's just the price tag for what it is and what I can get for other pricing, which you will see here in a minute, is it's kind of lackluster. I'm not a huge fan of the price tag is the biggest thing. You know, it does shoot really nice, it shoots pretty accurately, but for the money, I think I can do better. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start from 5, go all the way down to number 1, so stick around for that. Canik Rival S, number 5. There's going to be some Canik guys mad at me when you move it further into this list, but it is what it is. Canik Rival S, still in top 5, still a great gun. Love this gun. Every time I go to the range, I typically pick it up and shoot it. You know, I would say, you know, I go about 4 to 5 times a month. I'd probably shoot it 2 or 3 times out of that time frame. Canik Rival S, you can pick one up with iron sights for $850, but the cool thing about Canik is it comes with a buttload of stuff, right? The biggest thing that the reason it's at number 5 is because there's some other guns on this list that I'm just a little bit more comfortable shooting. And really, I think that's what it comes down to, is what you're most comfortable shooting, the features you like the most, blah, blah, blah. So Canik Rival S is number 5, $850 for the gun that it is and all the stuff that it comes with, even the sights. The sights are really good. Trigger's amazing, especially for a striker fire. $850 is not a bad price for that gun. A lot of people use it in competition. I'm not a competition shooter. I don't know what I guess it's just a hobby of mine. I just like to shoot. It's kind of stress relieving for me. So, number 5 goes to the Canik Rival S. Number 4, this one might hurt some people a little bit, but my personal Glock 17. I own this gun. I shot this gun the most out of all of these guns by far. I probably have, I don't even know how many rounds now through my Glock 17. I just trust it. I've shot Glocks since I started shooting. It's one of my first guns was a Glock. So I'm used to the trigger. I'm used to the grip. I'm used to everything, right? You'll probably see here in the shooting footage that my recoil control is a little bit better with a Glock. It's just because I'm most comfortable shooting it. That, and it's just a overall good gun. I know people hate on Glock because they don't come with a lot of features, but you're going to pay for those features. You can pick up that Glock 17, it's a Gen 4, for $550. That's not a bad price for a full-size pistol. I mean, it's definitely not competing as far as like competition shooters. It's not up there with the Rival S by far. But as far as me and my personal list, my personal shooting experience, it's got to take the number 4 spot. I love my Glock 17. So $550 will get you a Glock 17. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. The number 3 spot. So this one was kind of tough for me. I didn't know what to really put in there based off some other guns that I've shot, but I ended up going with the Springfield Echelon. Now, I would argue it's a Glock 17 on steroids. The cool thing about that is you get a lot more features, better sights, way better trigger. It's got a similar grip. You know, I'm comfortable with it. And the Echelon for $600 is a great price, especially, you know, with the features that you're getting over the Glock. So that's why it's in the number 3 spot. I don't own one, unfortunately. I wish I did. But at the same time, I fall victim to the Glock name brand reliability, the track record. I fall victim to it as well. I just trust Glock. And until I get my number one on this list, my Glock is going to be what I'm using for self-defense. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, eventually we're going to get there, but I need to shoot the Echelon a whole lot more before I'm comfortable with buying one. I want to see the track record. I've heard they've had some issues with the magazines, which isn't a huge deal, but it's still something I'm going to be using for self-defense. I want to know it's going to work every single time. Now, Glocks fail, of course, but Springfield doesn't have the reputation that Glock has, and I fall victim to it too. So it is in the number 3 spot. The shooting experience is definitely better than the Glock, of course. Number 1 and number 2 were like this. They were battling it out, right? So number 2, I ended up going with the Sig Sauer P320 X5. The biggest thing, the biggest negative, the biggest downfall to this gun is the $1,300 price tag. If you've watched the channel, you know that I don't like spending a ton of money, right? I'm pretty cheap. So spending $1,300 for a gun is hard for me to do. That's not to say it's not an amazing gun. I love shooting that gun. It's one I recently found that I really like shooting. One of the guys at the range recommended it. Great gun, great trigger, good grip. I mean, I like everything about that gun. It was really, really close to the number 1 spot. But that price tag just kind of pushed me away from it, to be honest. But Sig Sauer X5, if you're thinking about picking one up and you're a Sig guy, go get you one, because those guns are amazing. I love them. The feel of them, everything, quality. Sig always has good quality. They just feel like a solid, good gun, and that's what I've always liked about Sig. Any Sig I've ever shot, it's the feel in the hand. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the weight, the grip, texture, whatever it is. Sig always gets me on that. So that gun, like I said, number 2, really close to number 1, but it definitely does not beat out number 1. It's a gun that's been around for a while. Number 1 is the CZ Shadow 2. By far my most favorite full-size pistol I have ever shot. You know, it comes with a ton of features, right? The biggest thing I personally like is that you also have double action. It's not just single, you know, so you get kind of the 1911 style trigger, but you also have double action, so you can run it with the hammer down. You know, if you were to carry it, it's a big gun to carry, but if you were to carry it, you can run hammer down. There's another safety feature of it. It also has a safety on it as well if you're into running safeties. I'm personally not. I would definitely run it with the hammer down. Double single action. In my opinion, it's one of the most practical guns out there. And the shooting experience is incredible. The double action trigger is really good. And keep in mind, guys, I haven't shot every gun on the market. I'm going based off of what I've shot. From what I've shot, the best trigger I have felt to date is on the CZ Shadow 2. So, CZ Shadow 2, it's got to take the number 1 spot, especially because right now there's deals going around. They dropped the price a little bit. It's just under $1,000 at $99.99. So, with that price tag, that definitely pushes me more and more towards that one. You know, it's definitely more expensive than the Rival S, sure. It's definitely more expensive than an Echelon, but it's not more expensive than a Sig X5. That is what I would compare that gun to, is the Sig X5, and that's why they were battling it out. But the price tag won me overall, that and the trigger. I mean, the trigger, I shot this gun the most accurately. It's the most comfortable in the hand for me to hold. I love the metal texture that's on it. Everything about that gun. The lower bore axis has got a really small slide on the top. I like that as well. The recoil impulse doesn't feel as, up. It kind of keeps you more on the target, which I like that a lot as well. And as soon as I'm able to afford one of those, I will be getting it. I love that gun, and that's the gun that'll probably take over my nightstand gun, the Glock 17. But I kind of just wanted to do a top 5 video. I kind of want to see how this goes, and I have another video coming up next week. Stick around for that. I might be changing my carry gun. I don't know yet. We're going to let a few guns battle it out. see what feels best in the hand, what's comfortable to carry, blah, blah, blah. We will see. So stick around for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when that video drops. It's most likely going to be on Sunday. I do want to kind of start dropping 2 videos a week. I work during the week, so it's hard to make a video in the middle of the week. So I'm trying to film 2 videos on the weekend. But for now, we're sticking to Sundays. Sunday, 6 a.m. Be ready for the next video as well. If you like this video, leave me a comment. If you hate this video, leave me a comment. There's a lot of full-size pistols out there that I have not been able to shoot. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down in the comment section. I would love, I love all guns. I know I talk a bunch of shit about 1911s and all that. I still love 1911s. A lot of people took it a little too serious. It is what it is. But, like I said, any recommendations you have, let me know. I will seek it out, try to shoot it, maybe make a video on it. Who knows? I'm going to try to do this video every year. So next year in January, I'm going to try to do the same thing, and we'll see if it's changed at all, because it definitely can. And it's important to have comments on stuff like that. Other than that, go check out my Twitch. My Twitch is also Short Shooter. I believe it's at @shortshooter_. Be sure to check that out. We do a lot of gaming, a lot of COD. Sometimes we're just bullshitting, drinking beer, having a good time, whatever it is. Be sure to go check me out on there. I need to get my viewers up on that. I love gaming as well. That's part of, part of the lifestyle. It's another hobby I have. If you're interested in that type of content as well, check that out. I might start posting gaming content on this channel. So we'll see how that does. That might be the Wednesday videos. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. God, I said a whole lot.